I welcome you to the part 2 of God's original intentions for marriage. God's original intention for marriage. In the part 1 of this series, I made you aware of what God gifted us, the 3 gifts of God for man, and the 5 original intentions of God. Today, in the part 2, we are continuing the series. And in this part 2, I've titled it Live and Cleave. Live and cleave. So in Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, God said, for this reason, for what reason? For creating Isha, for creating Eve, for creating the woman for man, and for the institution of marriage between man and woman, the man shall leave his father and mother and be cleaved to his wife. For this reason, the man shall leave and cleave. Hence the title or the topic for the part 2, Live and Cleave. You see, for God's original intentions for marriage to take place or to happen, we must live before we cleave. And until these two things are achieved, God's original intention for marriage may not be achieved successfully as God originally intended it to be. So, Bible says, for this reason, the man shall live. So, in our context, we say, for this reason, the man and the woman shall live, their families, and become one flesh. Remember, one of the 5 original intentions of God for marriage is through marriage we become one. So how can we become one? And in the verse 24 of Genesis 2, the word of God is telling us that we must live and cleave. There are many marriages on this earth that the couples have not left their families. They are married, but they are still with and in the families. You will understand as we unfold how to live and cleave. The first thing we are sharing with you in this part 2 of God's original intention for marriage series is that if the Bible says we must live and cleave, then it means that physically we must live. Physically, you must leave the presence of your parents if you really want your marriage to work. You see, I am not against the fact that after marriage, cut the family ties. No preacher from God will tell you that. But where you marry and stay with your wife in the same house with your parents and family, it is an error. You know why? In every woman, there is some feelings of belonging and ownership. So after marriage, the woman wants to know that this is my home, this is my kitchen, I am in charge here. So when you marry and you send your wife into the same house of your mom and your dad, your mother is in charge of that house and your mother is in charge of that kitchen. With time, you kill the womanness in your wife. She may keep quiet because she will not or may not want to cause trouble between families. But inwardly, you'll be killing the womanness in her. Vice versa. The manness in the man will be dying if you're also living in the house of the woman. So what is the answer for this? Am I saying that don't be in the house of your parents? No. I'm saying don't be in the house of parents where they are also living. If by the grace of God, your parents are blessed enough to have many houses and they gift you one, why not? Then it means until you live there, that is your home and your wife is in charge. Bible said, for this reason, a man shall live. So physically, you must live. I always tell my young couples that even if it is a kiosk, please go and rent it. Start a family and it shall be well with you. So for the original intentions of God to happen, we must live our families physically. 2, financial living. Financial living. You cannot marry and depend on your family for survival. Don't forget, in the part 1, before marriage, we realized that God gifted man job. The second gift God gifted man was job. Genesis 2:15. So you cannot marry without having a good job. Good here is relative. Good here means that something that gives you money to be able to take care of your family. So, financially, you must leave your family. If you marry and your father still gives you money, he is the one controlling the marriage. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7. Proverbs 22 verse 7. Anyone who goes to borrow money becomes slave of the one who lent the money to you. You become a slave. And that's one of the problems of Africa. Every small thing, you go out. And now you talk to us anyhow. If you marry and the father of the man or the woman or the woman of the man or the woman is taking care of the marriage, then know that your marriage is in trouble. So financially, you must live. There is a saying in Ghana, Akan language, waso awaria to plete. To it, if you have reached the marital age, buy your own plate. To explain it, if you are ready to marry, be in charge of your marriage. The third way of living, the Bible says, for this reason, a man shall live. In our context, a woman and a man shall live and become one flesh. We are talking about emotional living, where emotionally both parties in the marriage must grow up. What we call emotional intelligence. There are some people who got married and every little thing, they go back to their families. They talk to the family. Everything the man is doing, the family is aware. Everything the woman is doing, the family is aware. Hey, emotionally, you have not left your family. And if it happens like that, everything in the marriage is known. Remember, every marriage has doors. And when you open your marital doors to the outside world, they will penetrate, they will enter into the marriage and they will destroy it. Close your marital doors. So emotionally, you must live. Emotionally, you must live. I am not saying that when there are trouble, don't talk to anyone. When there's trouble in your marriage, the first person I would say, go to your counselor. Go to your counselor. Family is the last resort. And that is even when you get to the crisis level. Keep some secret about your marriage. If it is about life and death, that one is fine. But if it is not about life and death, work at your marriage. And this platform will give you solutions to that. The fourth way of living before you can cleave, I said, living your past life. Live your past life. There are some of you in marriages, the way your ex-boyfriend treated you, you think that's how every man is. The way your ex-girlfriend treated you, you think that that's how all women are. It is not true. And until you overcome that flashback. It will eat into your current marriage. Some of you, the way your ex-boyfriend used to treat you in bed, maybe your current husband is not doing so. Until you leave your past, you will have trouble. The list and the examples are unending. We cannot finish them. Live your past life. So there are some ladies in marriage, there are some men in marriage, their past life is still hunting them. And because they've not left their past life, they are still having troubles in their current marriage. If you are able to do these 4 things, you automatically leave. Then the second part of it is cleave. When Bible says, for this reason, a man shall live and cleave, the cleaving aspect is where you become one flesh. And if you become one flesh, I talk about 2 things. The first one is that openness and truthfulness. You build trust, you open up to each other, and there's truthfulness. I always tell my young couples that trust is like an egg. On the day you got married, your partner gave you his or her egg to carry for him or her. Anywhere you go, you carry that egg. When you are bathing, you carry that egg. When you are sleeping, you carry that egg. When you are working, you carry that egg. The day that egg will fall from your hand, you have broken the trust. You will try to take spoon to scoop some of the egg that has broken to either fry or whatever, but you won't get the full egg. 2, trust is like sugar that your partner has given to you to carry along your marital life. The day you pour it into the sand, you will get part of the sugar, probably through evaporation, but you won't get the full sugar. Whenever you become one flesh, you build trust. There is openness. There is confidentiality. There is no secret in the marriage. Where man is building, the woman is not aware. Man is having an account, the woman is not aware. Woman is building, man is not aware. Secret things are going. That is not the original intention of God for marriage. When you become one flesh, Bible said in Genesis chapter 2 verse 25, and they were both naked and were not ashamed. It is not only physical nakedness, it is secrecy. If you are naked before somebody, it means you don't have any secret before that man. That means you are one. There are some people, they will tell you they have left, but they have not yet cleaved to their partners. If you want to know you have cleaved, then there should be trust, confidentiality, openness. If there is no openness, you have not yet cleaved to one another. Cleaving is like bringing 2 sheets of paper together, smear one side of each with super glue, and put those smeared sizes together. The paper will become one. Try to separate it. This paper will tear into the other one. And that is what the Bible explains. You cleave. When you build confidentiality, trust, and openness, you are cleaving. And that cleaving becomes so strong to the extent that you become friends. Jesus said, if you believe what I say to you, I call you no more servant, but I call you friends. That is the original intention of God for marriage. I pray that as you watch this video, whatever you are going through in your marriage, visit our site, our platforms, go through these videos, look at the loopholes in your marriage. Have you left the financial living, the physical living, the emotional living, and the living your past life? When you live there, come and cleave. And when you say you have cleaved to your partner, you have openness. You open things up to each other. You share everything together. And you will never be ashamed. I know I've heard of couples who have married and they are even feeling shy of their bodies before their partners. During sex, they need to off the light. They share, they don't have any, they don't open up. They are doing secret things. Those things does not end up cleaving together. And when you cleave, you become one. And at that stage, you say goodbye to divorce. Remember, the common scripture that is passing through this series of teaching is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. God made us simple and plain, but we have made our life complicated. With this, what is difficult about it? King James says, God has made us simple and upright, but we have sought for inventions. Don't bring worldly inventions into your marriage. Seek the face of God and understand God and God's original intention for your marriage, and you will enjoy your marriage. We'll end this series with a part 3, which we'll see what roles we play in our marriage. You can visit us on our all social media platforms: YouTube, Divine Brain TV, TikTok at Divine Brain TV, Facebook, Samuel Court Divine Brain, Instagram, Samuel Court Divine Brain. Visit our platforms and you get these videos. Share them. Share to your platforms, your WhatsApp platforms, all your groups. Share to your friends and let them enjoy this to make their marriages better. You can also call us or WhatsApp us for questions or to book your counseling sessions online. 0249 150 733. 0249 150 733. God bless us all. We will meet in the part 3 of this series. Bye-bye.